Alright guys, we are back for more of my 1000 subscriber special. We just played some Sonic X Shadow Generations for the Nintendo Switch, and that was a whole lot of fun. So, for our next segment, we are going to be playing Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 for the Nintendo Switch. Let's see how we're going to do on this game. Alright, let's do it. So we're just going to do some quick matches. And we're going to play a total of 10 events for this segment. So, for the first event, we're going to start things off with the 100 meters. We're just going to do buttons only. And I'll, of course, play as Mario. Alright, let's go!
On your marks.
Alright, that's a very good start. Alright! We got first place! So we start things off with a gold bell right there. Alright, so we're going to move on to another event, and let's go ahead and do swimming this time. Alright, here we go.
Take your marks.
Alright, not too bad of a turn. Alright, let's use our super swim, and there we go! That's another win in first place. Very good. So we get a gold medal again. Alright, on to the next event. So this time, let's go and play some archery. Let's do the individual version. Alright, let's do this. So we're going to go ahead and dig into the first round. Let's do some practice here very quickly. Alright, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Start.
Alright, got the bullseye right there to start off. Alright, let's see if we can do it again. Alright, not bad. So we get 22.606 right there to start off after the first round. Alright, we're also in the lead in first place as well to start things off. Now on to round 2. So now we're going to get a super shot, which is worth double the points. Let's try to make this count. Alright, I'll gladly take that. Another good shot. So for that round, we get 33.441. So that raises my score to 56.047. Alright, still only in first place. Alright, on to the third and final round. Okay, that was a very nice shot. Alright, so we get another super shot to end things off with. Let's hope this goes well for us. It's not all that horrible, but it could have been better. Alright, we get 29.292 right there for that last round, as we end up with a grand total of 85.339. And we're going to pull off another win in first place. So we once again got ourselves a gold medal. Alright. But anyways, let's see what happens now in the next event. And let's do surfing this time. I've got Dr. Eggman, Silver, and Wario as my opponents here. Alright, let's see how well this goes. Lower lead. Alright, that's the end of the first wave. Alright, let's keep it going. Ah, dang it. Kind of timed my jump a bit late there. Alright. Anyways, that's another wave over. Let's move on to the next one. I will go ahead and do that special trick. I've got 20 seconds left here. Let's see how well things are going to go in this next wave. A little early. Oh, that jump was too early there. Alright, that's the end of that wave. And time's up. So it looks like we end up with 319.806. How well do we do? Alright! Another win in first place once again. And I won by a long shot too. So I guess this is another gold medal. Alright, let's move on into the next event. And we're going to play some karate this time. Alright, taking on Knuckles in this one. Alright, let's see how we do. Alright, very nice. Alright, let's keep going. winner. That's how I roll. And we got ourselves another gold medal. On to another event here. We're going to do 5 more for this segment. And let's go and play some Rugby 7s now. And we'll just have some random teammates with us. Who are we going to get? Diddy Kong? It's very nice that we do get him since he is the guest character for this event. And we're also going to get Sonic and Bowser. Alright, taking on Dr. Eggman, Waluigi, Luigi, and Peach. Let's do this. I got the try. So that's 5 points for us right there. Let's go for conversion. Got it. Alright, that's 2 points right there. Off to a great start as it's 7-0. Let's keep it going. Booyah! There's another try. Alright, now let's see how we do on this conversion. I just barely got it. Well done. We're already pulling away with the lead quite well out here. Oh God, how dare you do that to me, Eggman. Alright, spread out the booze. Oh God, I still got tackled there. Unbelievable. Alright, now we're in extra time. Ah, dang it. Yeah, nice try, Waluigi. Alright, so that's it for the first half. Time to see what the second half has to offer for us. Oh boy, that was quite a steal there from Eggman. I don't really know how he managed to pull something off like that, but that was just not nice. But at least it's good that we do have the ball right now. And we got a try! Awesome. Alright, going for another conversion. Got it! Oh, jeez, what was that? Alright, gotta bring out that boost! Yes! There's another try. That was a close one. Alright, let's once again go for a conversion. And we got it. Nice. Yeah, we definitely got this. Alright, let's head into extra time. That's full time. So we do get the win right there, 28 to nothing. And we got another gold medal. Alright, now that's done. Let's go ahead and head into the next event. We got 4 more to go in this segment. And the next few events that we're going to play are going to be in Tokyo 1964. Alright, let's go ahead and do the long jump next. Alright, let's do this.
Mario, first jump. Good pace.
Alright, that looks like a very good jump right there. Alright, 7.76 meters right there. Not a bad start. Alright,
On the second.
let's move on to jump number 2.
Speeding up. And the result is
And what do we get now?
very nice.
7.75 meters. Only a little bit worse compared to my first jump. But let's see what happens on my third and final jump.
Final attempt. Picking up the pace. Impressive distance.
And we get
That was a
7.85 meters. Okay, and that was the best out of all 3 of my jumps right here. And we are going to get the win right there in first place as we got ourselves a gold medal. Alright, 3 more events to go in this segment. And next up, let's do the 10-meter platform.
10-meter platform.
Alright, let's get into my first dive. We'll just start off nice and easy.
The crowd is watching quietly. The root very strong. This should net going for it. And the rotation.
And that was a super easy one right there, as it was literally the same button every single time.
Amazing. What do the judges
I was not even expecting something like that to happen, but nonetheless, we're off to a good start as we ended up getting 48 out of that. Alright, on dive number 2, let's go with that one next.
What intense focus. Here we go. A perfect going for it. This should net and the rotation.
Alright, now perfect right there.
A beautiful dive. Let's see the result.
Alright, this time we end up with 52. Alright, now on to dive number 3. I'll pick this one now.
The crowd is watching quietly. It's begun. The routine begins. Going for it. Adds the somersault and the rotation.
And we got another perfect! Well done!
Amazing. What do the judges think?
We get 81.4 out of that. Alright, final dive coming up. We'll go with a random one to end things off. Let's see what we get.
What are we in for?
Oh, a special one! Okay.
Here's the dive. A perfect. This should net and the rotation. Adds the somersault. This should net a high score.
Booyah! Got the perfect, just like that.
A beautiful dive. Let's see the result. What an
And that is literally a perfect from all those judges out there, as we ended up with a total of 130 on that last dive. How amazing is that?
A perfect routine. What a victory.
Oh yeah. So that's another win in first place. And we got ourselves another gold medal. Alright, now we got 2 more events to go in this segment. So this time we're going to do a marathon. Alright, let's find out who my opponent's going to be here. Sonic! Alright, let's do this.
They're waiting for the start signal. And we see Mario in the crowd. And we see Sonic in the crowd. A huge cheer resounds as they leave the stadium.
So make sure we try to save up our energy very well throughout this event. Alright, that was a good grab right there for a drink.
The athletes are starting to form groups. They can gain an advantage by running in the slipstream. Now, what will happen at the race's midpoint? Those puddles are dangerous. They're splitting up into groups. They should run in the slipstream. Will he manage to grab a drink?
That is a yes.
With that a bead, that's dangerous. I hate to see anyone slip in a puddle. The runners need to get hydrated.
Alright, looking good up there so far.
The slipstream will help reduce wind resistance. The second half of the race is even more heated. Will he manage to grab a drink? They can gain an advantage by running in the slipstream. There was a
Uh-oh. I just collided with one of the other athletes.
Every athlete is running strong in this last leg.
Alright, getting close to the end of the event. Let's give it all we got.
The runners need to keep hydrated.
Alright. Heading into the final stretch. Got it.
Line, we have our winner. An astonishing time.
Looks like I managed to beat Sonic by just under a second right there. So, we are going to get ourselves another gold medal in this one. Alright, only one more event to go in this segment. And let's go and go back to Tokyo 2020 for this last event. And we're going to end things off with Dream Racing. Alright, let's see if we can make this a great final event right here to end things off with. Here we go. I got a shield. There's 20 rings, not bad. There's a special trick. Another 20 rings, even though we're full of them, but that's alright. I jump over these lasers carefully. Oh, I speed you. Let's do another special trick. Yeah, baby! We got the win in first place. That's how you get it done like a true pro. Now our time was just under 2 minutes as well. So we are going to finish off the segment with a first medal. How about that? Okay, that was certainly a very amazing time that we have right here in this segment, as we did manage to win all 10 of the events that we played. So I'm certainly very proud of my efforts right there for this entire segment, just what I was hoping for. So yeah, anyways, that is going to do it for Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 for the Nintendo Switch as part of my 1,000 subscriber special. But we still have 4 more games left to play, and I will see you all for the next segment right after this, so stay tuned.